What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Casting Coastal. So, before we get into this video, explain a little bit. It was over a 2-day period. I had the opportunity to go on basically the holiday Christmas break. Took advantage of that. Had a lot of success on redfish. Had success on speckled trout. Caught some nice flounder. Pretty much was able to get it all. We had that Arctic freeze come through, but on the back end of that Arctic freeze, once them fish turned on, man, it was a lot of fun. Had to kind of figure them out, but once you got to the point where you could find them, you knew where they were stockpiled, it was almost every single cast. So look, guys, enjoy the video. I had a lot of fun out there catching them. So I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride here. You know how it is. Just keep casting. Hooked up on this nice bull red. Fight them there for a few minutes. We're gonna see if we can't get them in the boat. There'll be no boat flipping this big thing. There will be no boat flipping this big thing. No sirree. It's a beauty. It's a beauty. Woo! That's a big girl there. Sirree. BRM corks, guys. I say, BRM corks doing a trick on this big bull. All right, let's get down here. I'm gonna try to get her in, just like this, guys. Let her kind of wear herself out. Here, I should have the net. Here we go. Woo! There you go, guys. That's a big one. It's a big old red right there. Beautiful redfish. She's cold. Beautiful spots. That's why we do it. Yes, sir. Let's get her off. Guys, we hooked up again here, guys. Just landed a beautiful redfish a few minutes ago. Next cast back out, we're on top of another one. So I went and keyed on some nice springtime spots. Wasn't sure if they're gonna have anything on them or not, but usually if there is something on them, it's gonna be redfish. The area is just really conducive for redfish, and that's what's on top of them today. And it took me a minute to find them. I had to work the area pretty good, and I was not gonna give up, but I was just like, man, they're not here like I thought they may be, and you know. And lo and behold, I just landed that real nice 28, 29 incher. And then next cast out, this one, I got this one on. And this is another real nice one, guys. This is another real nice redfish. And this is on BRM corks. BRM corks, 15 pound fluorocarbon leader. My Ducket inshore ride, I got my Shimano Sedona on. Nothing special here. Nothing crazy special here. All right, guys, let's get the net. Let's get him in the boat. Oh, there we go, guys. I Another football red. Woo! They're wearing me out. They're wearing me out. Redfish are wearing me out. Goodness gracious. I'll tell you what. What's crazy about him was I seen him swell. Along the jetty, kind of the wall. I seen a big boil, and I said, "Oh, wait a minute!" And I started to really pop that cork hard, and it was just a matter of 10 or 15 seconds. He smoked it. So that's something to keep in mind when you're catching. When you're out here and you think you're on some redfish, if you see them tailing, you see them boiling, you see them, swelling the water, get their attention. They're aggressive fish. If they're in feed mode, they're going to come looking. They're thinking something else is feeding it. They want to go try to steal what that fish has got. So, little tip there. You see them, get noisy. Get noisy with your cork action, because that cork sounds like bait breaking the water and feeding, okay? All right, let's get him off. Bounce him off the boat. He's drop shotting. I like come to this spot, and I like to drop shot this little spot here. It's got good incoming tide. You never know what you're gonna pull off of it. It's an oyster reef. You never know what you're gonna pull off the spot. Love just a little spot. Come drop some artificial, whatever you want to drop here. Fish it. It's a fun area because you never truly know what you're going to pull off of it. I pulled them last week. I caught tons of reds off of it. Caught speckled trout off of it. Drum, flounder. It's an awesome spot here on Graveline Bayou. All right, guys, hooked up. Throwing a jig right now. Hooked up. Hey man, you guys want to come over here? Y'all can come cast if y'all want. I done caught about 12 reds already. So they're here, they're kind of hanging in its mouth here. So if you want to kind of come in, you can kind of throw with me. But they're thick, man. This is the 12th one I've caught. And this will be my limit. So y'all come on in and see if y'all can't catch some. I caught them. I got live shrimp, but I've been catching them jigging too. Both. This is a jig. Sir? Do I? Oh, no, I don't guide. I got a YouTube channel.
Okay, guys, if you notice in there, what I was doing, I was throwing that jig, bouncing that jig off of the mouth of that little bayou there, a little canal that jumped out into the main part of Graveline. When the tide's incoming, it is a great technique to use, not just in this spot, but throughout the entire Graveline Bayou. Those fish tend to get up right in the mouth of those little canals and feed as that water's pushing through.
Yeah, it was a grind, man. I didn't know if it was gonna be today or tomorrow, but I knew there was gonna be enough sun. There's gonna be enough sun to warm up these flats that eventually them trout and reds would come up on the flats and feed. And it seems like the reds have started that process. Tomorrow's gonna be even nicer. So, what's that? There we go. I had guys, fellas, come on over and join me. There we go. They're hooked up on a nice red as well. Try to give the love, man. Told these guys to come on over. We'll see if they can. I can't get him in the sun on some reds. Looks like they'll get 3 minutes and they got themselves on some reds.
Guys, I'm a big advocate of trying to get back to other fishermen who respect you, and these guys absolutely did that.
Nice,
so I told
nice.
him to come on over. Him and his son were able to get on some nice redfish.
All right, guys, headed over to a new spot. It's a new area. First cast out. Oh, we got a flounder. Well, we got a flounder, guys. Okay. Little flounder. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, guys, all I was doing here was using that incoming tide to my advantage.
Cold, too.
I was working that cork along the shoreline about 10 feet off and letting that cork just slowly float down the shoreline and kind of keeping it in that strike zone. Letting that slack out a little bit and just working probably about a 50-yard span until something drilled it and ended up being that nice flounder. That's a technique I use pretty often in these bayous.
See if he can get him to open his mouth up. He swallowed that sucker. Whew. Got it out. Let's see. 12 inches. Oh, he's gonna be close. Shoot, guys, he is 12 inches, but he's right at it. We're gonna let him go. We're gonna let this pretty girl go. Let him live another day. Let that nice flounder go. Live to fight another day. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in to this latest episode of Casting Coastal. It was a great trip, but there will be a follow-up episode to this where I try to put the redfish in the first part of this episode, and then on the next one following up, you'll see more of the speckled trout fishing, because there really was a lot of speckled trout caught. But yeah, man, appreciate all the support. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe to the channel. Our family and our community is growing together. We are learning how to fish together. It's a slow process, but it's been a lot of fun. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel, being there. Thanks to, you see the guys there, Brown Water Banner, for the merchandise. Thanks to everyone who sent me some merchandise. I'm doing my best to keep it local, get folks' name out there, and just help the local fishing community. Speaking of that, Blue Collar Baits here in Slidell, Louisiana, came out with a new color. Chump change, kind of got like a shrimp creole look, and this has been a really hot color right now. You'll see on the previous episode, the following episode coming out, that I used just this color and caught a lot of speckled trout, guys. So yes, stay tuned. A lot more to come from Casting Coastal, but at this point in time, guys, you know what you got to keep on doing. You just got to keep casting.